I request Revered Swami Anupamanandaji Maharaj, Adhyaksha of the Ramakrishna at Kadapa, and he will be speaking on Vivekananda, a world teacher in English.
Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Paratatve Sadalino Ramakrishna Samajnaya Yo Dharmasthapanarato Viresham Tam Namamyaham Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. My respectful pranams to Revered Swamijis on the dais and also in front of the dais. Namaskars to brother monks and also my namaskars to all the devotees gathered here. It's a wonderful occasion, inauguration of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. And it will be a great boon to Pune and whole of Maharashtra, there is no doubt about that. And my topic being Swami Vivekananda, a world teacher, a very important one. Just now Swami Nityanandaji spoke in Hindi how Swami Vivekananda was the awakener of modern India. In fact, Swami Vivekananda was especially brought by Sri Ramakrishna for this purpose. When we see, the Sri Ramakrishna who was the Yugavatara, and for this, his purpose of working out his ideas and spreading his message and imparting this knowledge, he had specially brought Swami Vivekananda, because we all know that he talks about Swami Vivekananda that in his vision he had seen him, a sage from the Saptarshi Mandala. So he was the one who had come from Saptarshi Mandala. That means he was specially commissioned and brought by Sri Ramakrishna. We must understand this very clearly. He was not an ordinary person. He was, Swami Vivekananda, they say, is not a person but a phenomena. So when Sri Ramakrishna brought him, and when he first time met Swami Vivekananda, young Narendranath, he knew that his man had come, and Sri Ramakrishna trains him properly. And Sri Ramakrishna not only trains him and allows him to test him. Very interesting relationship between the Guru and the disciple. Because Swami Vivekananda in his childhood, he was trained by his mother and father. Mother taught him the Sanatana Dharma and our culture. And from his father, he got this modern outlook. He was a man of Catholic outlook, his father, which he instilled in young Narendranath. And his, interaction with his college mates and the lecturers and others opened him to the Western philosophy. So thus, Swami Vivekananda, when he came to Sri Ramakrishna, he had come with lot of doubts. And the modern doubts meeting the ancient wisdom. That was the meeting of Narendranath and Sri Ramakrishna. And because of which Narendranath tested Sri Ramakrishna. When he found him genuine, he surrendered at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna and practiced, learnt and practiced. And in the end, he got the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, experience of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, and Sri Ramakrishna transmits all the power to Narendranath and makes him the leader of his young disciples. And not only that, Sri Ramakrishna entrusts him with a mission for which he had come to fulfill that mission. Now this conversation between Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda most of them we do not know. Swamiji also has now not revealed anywhere. But then we can get indication. Later on, after Sri Ramakrishna's Mahasamadhi, and this Baranagar Mutt was formed, and they plunged into tapasya, and they took sannyasa diksha, and along with that, the Shastra Charcha and all those things. And later on, they started going on Parivrajaka, which ultimately Swami Vivekananda also, for 4 years, traveled all over the country as a Parivrajaka sannyasi. During this time, at the Hathras railway station, when Mr. Gupta, the station master, saw Swami Vivekananda, was so much impressed, takes him to his home, and he told Swami Vivekananda that I will make all the arrangements for you to stay here, and you need not have to worry. There Swami Vivekananda tells him, no, I cannot stay here anymore. My Guru has entrusted me with a task. I have to move forward to fulfill this task. So it's very clear that Sri Ramakrishna had given certain instructions through which Swami Vivekananda can fulfill the mission for which Sri Ramakrishna had come. So from there, we see Swami Vivekananda traveling and all over the country, interacting with many men of knowledge, people of, the Pandits and other people, Rajas and Maharajas. And he tries, to fulfill that mission. Probably he thought that Maharajas would help him, but then which did not work out. And ultimately, then when he came to know about the Chicago Parliament of Religions, and there, in his mind, that idea was forming. Ultimately, he goes to Kanyakumari after traveling all over the country, 3 days and nights, meditates there, and there, ultimately, the idea got formed up. Comes back to Madras, and there his disciples ultimately asked Swami Vivekananda to go to America and be representative of India at the Parliament of Religions, which ultimately, when Holy Mother gives him the blessings, Swami Vivekananda decides to go there. And after he goes to America, he had to face a lot of troubles. But one thing we should remember here, that all along, Swami Vivekananda was very clear that he had to fulfill that mission. On his way to America, when he had come to Bombay, where he meets his brother monks, Swami Brahmanji and Swami Turiyanji, there Swami Vivekananda expresses that all arrangements that are going on there, it is for this. Swami Vivekananda says very clearly. He expresses that. And before going to America, when from Chennai, he goes to Hyderabad, there in Mehboob College, he delivers a lecture. My mission to the West. So the talk is very clear what actually Swami Vivekananda wanted to do. We should not think, after he goes there to America and addresses the Parliament of Religions, when he says they're sisters and brothers of America, and then he suddenly got some fame and all those things. It was not coincidence. It was divinely ordained that we should know. So that means there was a power behind him. Just like Shankaracharya. He was an Acharya, all of us know. He had come for a particular purpose, to re-establish the Dharma, and then the power behind him, and because of which, within the 32 years of, he re-established Dharma in such a way, even now, Shankaracharya's influence is so much. In the same way, Swami Vivekananda also had come with that, Acharya, a Jagat Guru, a world teacher. He was not there just to guide few people. Remember, to give direction to the whole world. And after the Parliament of Religions, when his fame was spread all over the Western world, and the ideas came to India also. Swami Vivekananda traveled there. It was very clear that he was teaching Vedanta, and he was teaching it his own way. Surprisingly, he was not spreading Sri Ramakrishna. There he was spreading his message. And he says very clearly about this. He had a very clear-cut idea about all these things. And then, what happened, what Swami Vivekananda did in the Western world? Until Swami Vivekananda went there, they had a concept of India, which was a land of snake charmers, which was land of beggars, country that was ruled by the Mughals, and later on, by British, they are ruling India, and a country which cannot rule itself, whether it is alive or dead. So the whole Western world used to consider that India was dead. But when the intelligentsia of the America, they heard Swami Vivekananda, they listened to him with rapt attention, and there was demand all over America for Swami Vivekananda to listen to his speech, every nook and corner of America. Then they told, if India can produce a great man like Swami Vivekananda, that culture is not dead, that country is not dead. If we did not know about India, it is because of our ignorance, we did not go to proper sources. Here is a man. He can teach us. So that is why they listened to him with rapt attention, and then they told that instead of sending preachers to India, we should learn from India. Remember, that was the kind of the change in thought process of America that was affected by Swami Vivekananda and his personality and his preaching. So that's why we find him, Swami Vivekananda, changing their mindset, transforming their thinking process, thought process. And we know from then onwards, from the Western world, people are coming to India. They want to learn yoga. They want to learn Vedanta. They want to learn Upanishads. And the teachers from here, whoever go there to the Western world, they are in so much of demand. And who was the one to initiate all these things, introduce them this? It was Swami Vivekananda. So that is why we find him. For the Western world, Swami Vivekananda told that, the religion, you need not have to only believe. It is rational. He showed them. It is rational. It is scientific. It's scientific. So when he told about the Vedanta, there was so much attracted because it was very rational. What he told was very rational. In the West, they were taught whatever a preacher says, you have to believe. But Swami Vivekananda used to invite questions. At the end of the talk, ask me anything you want. They were surprised. So there we find, their idea about the religion itself is changing. And then, along with that, Swami Vivekananda synthesized science and religion. Science and spiritual and secular. So when they realized that, then they changed their idea about India, about the Sanatana Dharma, about Vedanta, and a great interest about that was generated. And then they realized that they must learn at the feet of India. As of now, when we talk about India as the Jagat Guru or the Vishwa Guru, we should know that the whole foundation was laid by Swami Vivekananda, breaking the land, Bhumi Puja. That was started by Swami Vivekananda. The foundation was laid by Swami Vivekananda. And after coming back to India, what was the condition of India at that time? Swamiji just now he told in Hindi that we were in ignorance. Common people were kept away from education, which led to poverty and ignorance, and because of which we in India as a whole, we had lost faith in ourselves, no confidence in ourselves. And what the Britishers doing? That is for our welfare. It was the kind of the thinking that was there in the Indian mind. And such Indians, Swami Vivekananda told, all the powers are within you. You can do anything and everything. You can achieve anything in life. We are as good as anybody in the world. So that's why Swami Vivekananda told, have faith in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Work, work, work. Work unto death. I am with you. When I am gone, my spirit will work with you. That's what is the kind of, inspiration Swami Vivekananda gave to India. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. And for Indians, he told, this Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, that's what it's told. But then again, there is one more, in the same, this thing, Jivo Brahmaiva Napara also, the same Vedanta tells you. Why can't you believe in that? Shivajnane Jiva Seva, this kind of idea, this wonderful idea was instilled by Swami Vivekananda in Indian people. So that is why, where, we Indians, even, up to our, independence also we find, even after that also, we used to think that when the Western people appreciate, when they agree, that is the right thing. So everything was done based on that. But what Swami Vivekananda told? We should believe in ourselves. We should believe. We have the wonderful treasure called the spirituality. When it comes to spirituality, India is the teacher to the world. He told the same thing in the West, in India also. But then for that, what you have to do? First practice, first realize. And even before that, Swami Vivekananda told, in India, common masses are in ignorance. They are in poverty. His guru had told him, Khali pete dharma hoina. First feed them, give them education. Make them stand on their own feet. Economical freedom, that should come first. So for that, proper education, that has to be given. And then, when they are able to stand on their own feet, then you ask them to practice spirituality, they will surely. Until then, solving this problem of day-to-day existence, that is very important. So you will find in Swami Vivekananda a person of great heart feeling. He says that, till a single dog is hungry in my country, I will born again and again, again and again. This is the word of Swami Vivekananda. He doesn't want his mukti. He wants the salvation of India. He wants everyone in India should get mukti. That was Swami Vivekananda's idea. But for that, Swami Vivekananda told, first feed the people, provide them with the necessary education so that they can stand on their own feet. So thus Swami Vivekananda changed our perspective. Why? Because we were thinking, everything is prarabdha. Even now, some of us, we have this idea. It is all prarabdha, it is all prarabdha. So it's all karma. Swami Vivekananda says, what you are today is because of your past karma. But what you will be in future also is because of your karma. So what you do today will define, what you will be in the future. So that is why, what you call, do such actions, take such measures, which is going to make your future bright. So that is why Swami Vivekananda says, forget about what has happened so far. Believe in today. What you can do today, think about that. And believe in yourself, have faith in yourself, have faith in God. This is the idea Swami Vivekananda gave. And all of us know the kind of the confidence Swami Vivekananda gave, which ultimately led to freedom movement. And behind the freedom movement, as Swamiji pointed out just now, that it was the power of Swami Vivekananda, the inspiration of Swami Vivekananda, the motivation of Swami Vivekananda that was working. So now we find that India is different from when it was under British rule, and it is different when, in the early years of what you called the independence. Now we are in a different stage. But Swami Vivekananda told, I have given enough for 1500 years. When Swami Vivekananda's centenary was celebrated, it was a great event. But recently, 2013, when we celebrated 150 years, it was such a widespread celebration. It was many times more than the centenary celebrations. That means it is spreading. Swami Vivekananda says for 1500 years he has given, sufficient for this, for India, for the whole world. So that is why this Jagadguru Swami Vivekananda, not only, you will find him not only teacher in the spiritual term, not only guru in spiritual term, whether you are a professional in different areas, maybe a police officer, maybe a politician, maybe an engineer, maybe a professor, whoever you are, maybe a businessman, maybe an industrialist, we find Swami Vivekananda inspiring one and all of them. And thereby, what Swami Vivekananda wanted, you realize your potential. Each and every one, realize your potential. So there, we find Swami Vivekananda transforming the thought process of the individual. So that is the great work that was done by Swami Vivekananda. Even now, the people who study Swami Vivekananda will not remain the same persons, remember. They change, their outlook changes, their thought process changes, and ultimately you will find them struggle hard and ultimately realize their potential. This is what is happening. So that is why Swami Vivekananda inspired then not only India, but the whole world, and he is still inspiring. So that is why his guidance, his margadarshana, so that is needed even today. And he was not only an inspirer in India, but also of the whole world. So that is why aptly he has been called as the world teacher, Swami Vivekananda, world teacher. I am thankful to Swami Srikantanji for giving this opportunity to place few ideas regarding Swami Vivekananda, world teacher, in front of you all. Thank you. Namaste.
अनेक अनेक धन्यवाद श्रद्धेय स्वामी अनुपानंदजी महाराज. त्यांनी आपल्या वक्तव्यामध्ये संक्षेपमध्ये सांगितलं की कसं नरेंद्रनाथ ते जगद्गुरू स्वामी विवेकानंद हा प्रवास, दोन मुद्दे फारच महत्त्वपूर्ण सांगितले की स्वामी विवेकानंद वाचल्यानंतर आपली विचार प्रणालीच बदलून जाते. आणि दुसरं अतिशय महत्त्वाचं ते म्हणजे की स्वामी विवेकानंद फक्त विश्वगुरू नव्हते, तर ते संवेदनशीलसुद्धा होते. जोपर्यंत माझ्या भारताचा एक कुत्रासुद्धा उपाशी आहे, तर माझा सर्व धर्म निहित आहे त्या कुत्र्याला खाऊ घालण्यामध्ये, असे म्हणणारे सुद्धा स्वामी विवेकानंदच होते. खूप खूप धन्यवाद श्रद्धेय स्वामी अनुपमानंदजी महाराज आपल्या या सुंदर आणि फार इन्साइटफुल या व्याख्यानाकरता.